Thanks everybody for joining us at our opening meeting for 2021. And if your phone is on mute, if your phone is not on mute, please put your phone on mute for me, please, so that we don't get feedback. So this is what our agenda is going to look like, but we always open up in prayer. I don't have it on my agenda, but we always open up in prayer. And our Pastor Joey Boston, who is part of the Pine Hills Community Council Board. Pastor Boston, will you open up in prayer for us, please?
Absolutely. Well, Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this time. We thank you for bringing us into a new year, a new time to start a new season. And Lord, I just pray, God, that even as this council, even as this community, God, we know you are doing great things in this new season. We thank you for your protection through this year. We thank you, God, for what you're getting ready to do with every leader on this council. And we thank you for the planning. We thank you, God, for everyone that's coming together because they want to see what this community has and the best for this community. And we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Pastor Boston. Now, can we do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? Can everybody see my flag?
Yes.
Good. So let's do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance
to the flag
of
the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
one nation,
under
God,
God, indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for coming out and joining us tonight. If you have not shared this page, please go on your Facebook page and go to the Pine Hills Community Council page and share this page so others could be able to hear what's going on tonight in Pine Hills and meet the new board members that's coming on board. So please go in and do that and share the page. So our next agenda item is, let me tell you a little bit about the Pine Hills Community Council. Some of you are joining in for the first time. So a little bit about the Pine Hills Community Council. The council is a 501c4 nonprofit civic organization. And we're an organization dedicated to improving the quality of life of the residents in the Pine Hills area. And the council also seeks to promote working partnership between communities, law enforcement, government, and services agents to address the local issues in the community. Our efforts also is to inform and educate the Pine Hills citizens concerning issues in the community. We also want to empower them, our citizens, to initiate the self-advocacy to become their own local politician. So that's what we do. We've been around for, like Bettina says, if not 20 years or longer. We're excited. I was initiated president in last year, so I'm coming to an end of 1 year of being president of the council. It's been a great opportunity. It's been a learning experience for me. I've enjoyed it. I've made some mistakes. I learned from my mistakes. I'm sure I will continue to make mistakes, but that's all a part of growing, and I'm excited about it. So you're here tonight to install our new officers for 2021. And we have our slate of new officers for 2021. And we can ask the clerk of the court, thank you, clerk of the court, Madam Clerk Tiffany Moore Russell, for coming in to do this installation service for us tonight. And give you opportunity to read off the slate and call the officers forward so we can be sworn in and take care of the business of the council for 2021.
Well, thank you, Madam President, and good evening to the council members who are present and those who are watching virtually through social media. This is the season for swearing in. The members of Congress were sworn in yesterday. This morning, your constitutional officers were sworn in, and tonight we're going to swear in your officers. And we all know that January, a new year, new season, new opportunities to grow and challenge and change our community. And President Rump, I want to piggyback on something you said. You said, I learned some things, I made some mistakes, but let me tell you about a great leader. A great leader is someone who can acknowledge that they tried something, and even though it didn't work, they get back in there and get their arms in there and continue to keep going forward. And so it's okay to try, and it's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn and grow from those mistakes. So I look forward to supporting you and watching you grow in your next year of your administration, and all of those who are supporting President Rump as you move Pine Hills forward. So I'm going to call out your slate of officers, starting with your president, Patricia Rump, your first vice president, Noel Martin, second vice president, Joel.
Wave your hand, Noah.
Yeah, wave where you are. Joey Boston,
Yes.
second vice president. Secretary, Bertina Bush. Hello, Bertina. Happy New Year. Treasurer,
Happy New
Evangeline
Year.
Richardson.
She's here. She signed in. She may be on the next page, but she's here.
Okay,
She just waved. She's on there.
okay. Your trustees.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
The trustees, Kenneth Dwyer, Dennis Hall, and Sandra Fatmi Hall. If you can wave in your virtual rooms. And for your directors at large, Igler Bonhomme, Myra Johnson, J. Anthony Williams, Latanya Nichols, and Melissa Service. If everyone is in position, I'm going to ask you to take your computer or phone, whatever device you're using, off of mute. Everybody else, please mute your devices if you're not being sworn in this evening. Okay. Raise your right
Thank you very
hand.
much.
Yes. Raise your right hand wherever you are and repeat after me. I state my name.
I,
Noel Martin,
Bertina Bush,
Hereby pledge
hereby
pledge
hereby pledge
to do my utmost
to
To
do
do
my
my
utmost
my utmost
to faithfully represent
to
faithfully
represent
faithfully represent
the needs and opportunities
the needs
and
and
opportunities
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 of the Pine Hills community,
of the
Pine Hills community.
Pine Hills community,
and to fulfill my duties
and
to
to fulfill
my duties
duties,
and responsibilities
and responsibilities
responsibilities
in a trustworthy manner,
in
a
a
trustworthy
trustworthy
manner.
manner.
trustworthy manner,
in my elected capacity
In my
elected
capacity
my elected capacity
on the board of directors
on the board of directors
of directors
of the Pine Hills Community Council,
of
the Pine Hills Community
Pine
Council,
Hills
Council.
Community Council,
as it strives to
as it
As it
strives
strives to
to
preserve a clean,
preserve
a
a
clean,
preserve a clean,
safe,
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 and prosperous community.
and prosperous.
prosperous
and
community.
prosperous community.
So help you God.
So help me God.
You are now installed.
Thank you.
Hey,
Congratulations to everyone installed this evening. I wish you nothing but abundant prosperity for the Pine Hills community and the council members present and those who are missing this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time out, Clerk Tiffany Russell, for taking the time out. Again, for those that might have just joined in, she was sworn in today along with several other of our Constitution officers, the Scott Randolph tax collector. Who else was there, Clerk?
We had 5 out the 6. We had our supervisor of elections, Bill Cowell, our new property appraiser, Amy Mercado. I know you're going to bring her to come visit with you. You Scott, our tax collector, and our comptroller.
We need we need everybody who's not, everybody, please mute your phone. There's several people I can hear in the background. Maybe I can go in and mute everybody. If I mute everybody, Clerk Russell was talking, so everybody else, please mute your phones. Thank you very much. Okay, Clerk. Slim, need to mute your phone. Let me mute this phone. Okay, go ahead, Clerk Russell.
Oh, I was just listing, it was 5 of us who joined together today. Your comptroller, Phil Diamond, supervisor of elections, Bill Cowles, myself, your new property appraiser, Amy Mercado, and the tax collector, Scott Randolph. So it was a great morning, very efficient and COVID-safe program, and it was live. So those who could not physically join us were able to watch it live. And I want to appreciate Orange County and Orange TV for allowing it to be live for people to be able to join us.
Yes, I was able to watch you, so I thank you very much. Thank you for being here. We have a couple of our leaders that's is on the Zoom call, and I want to recognize them that's on the Zoom call. I noticed from Congressman Val Demings' office, Ms. Peg is here. Ms. Peg, are you still in the call?
I am still here.
Peggy from
And Happy New Year. Wishing everyone a better new year. Hoping to see everyone in 2021. So thank you so much for having us here. Looking to serve the constituents of Pine Hills in District 10 of Florida.
Thank you very much. And Ms. Charlene from Senator Brace's office, she was on earlier. Are you still on, Ms. Charlene?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Good evening, everyone. Good happy new year to everybody. On behalf of Senator Bracy, District 11, and his staff, we thank you all for the opportunity to be on the call with you tonight. And congratulations to all of the officers tonight on being sworn in. We look forward to continuing the great work with the Pine Hills Community Center in 2021.
Thank you. And we have Ms. Landra Roberson from the tax collector's office here. Ms. Landra.
Hello, everyone. I had to unmute myself. And I'm only on here once this time, Patricia, so you don't have to chastise me this time. Happy New Year to everyone. And thank you all for those that were able to attend or either see the swearing in ceremony of my boss, Scott Randolph, the Orange County Tax Collector's Office. Appreciate you all for another 4 years and look forward to seeing you all out in the community in 2021. And I know that there are some state reps on and some senators representatives on board. And I know we missed a lot of you all's swearing in, but congratulations to you all as well.
And thank you. And I saw Representative Tavares on. Is he still on? He was newly elected.
I am. Good evening, everyone. State Representative Tavares McCurdy, House District 46, which does include portions of Pine Hills. I, along with Representative Brown, represent portions of Pine Hills collectively. Congratulations, Madam President, on your your initiation tonight and your administration. I do look forward to working with the Pine Hills Community Council. I see a lot of familiar faces in this group, so there won't be a lot of introductory time that's needed, and we can hit the ground running. So I absolutely look forward to it. So thank you for inviting me tonight.
Thank you for being here. And we do have someone from Representative Brown's office. Who's going to speak, Ms. Green or the?
This is Artina Green. Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone, and looking forward to this year, and so is Representative Brown. And we know it'll be just as successful as last year, and good luck to everyone.
Thank you. Did I miss anybody? Okay, no, we didn't miss anybody. Again, thank you. And I just want to go in the agenda, as a part of the agenda, is to talk about a few of the accomplishments that the council accomplished. So I want to do that. I think we need to do that any old business. No old business, but there is new business. So I think I need to do new business first. And the new business is that we made some amendments to our bylaws. Let's see if I can bring this up. I've been practicing this today. We made some amendments to our bylaws, and I want you to be able to see these amendments to the bylaws. Is this it? Nope. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone then. I thought I had it on my thing. But I need you to be, what we did with our bylaws, we reviewed, the board had a meeting and reviewed our bylaws. And the bylaws will be on our website, Pine Hills Community Council website. The bylaws will be on the homepage. After tonight, I put the bylaws on the homepage and we'll go over the bylaws. But the amendments that we went over and we thought we should make some corrections to, one of the, on the Articles of Incorporation, it read, let me find it. It read something to the fact on page 7. You go to, I'm sorry. I had this on this site. Here it is. Thank you, Lord. On page 7, it said something to the effect of, let me find just a minute. It's a page 7. Go back here, this article is, here it is. That's page 1. Page 7. Is it page 7? No, it's not page 7. The first correction is Articles 4, item number 7. In it, we made one minor correction. And this was saying that we would announce, publicize, and promote council activities and support, therefore, through newsletter, posters, emblems, and news media. The only correction we made to that bylaws, we said we would do news, and we inserted the and sign, news and media. So this thing will, like I said, will be on our website on the homepage. I'm telling you this tonight because we need to present this to the council members tonight. So in our February meeting, we need you to agree or vote on these bylaws changes. The other change we made, in the same article were authority and limitations. It says that deny membership to anyone who apply for the following reasons. And we had on here number 1, applicant is a known felon or member of an anti-American organization. We thought that was not the right thing to have. So we modified that to say, deny members to a known felon who is a murderer or sex offender and has not voting rights restored as defined by Section 4, Article 6 in the Florida Constitution. So we modified our bylaws to be in line with what the citizen just approved for felons' rights to vote. Did that become clear? Any questions? Because before we said any felons, but felons has their rights to vote now, and they have paid their debt to society, and they are a citizen just like you and I citizens. So we modify our bylaws to coincide with what 6%, more than 6% of the residents of Orange County voted to give these felons their right back to vote. So that'll be on the website. The other thing that we modified in our bylaws, our membership dues were outdated. The membership due was outdated on our bylaws, even though we was acting according to our new membership dues. So we modified our bylaws to say, business dues annual fee is $100. Organizations and association membership fees is $50. Individual fees is $20. Youth annual fee is $5. Senior citizens is $15. So those are the changes. These changes, like I said, will be on our website on the home pages, along with our original bylaws. You will be able to look and compare. And if you are a council member, which means that you're active council members and that your dues are paid up, which is only $20 a year, then please you'll be able to vote on these bylaws changes in our February meeting. So that was the thing that I thought I need to bring up as far as our new meeting is concerned. And I want to give also the other officers on the line for opportunity to introduce themselves. We got Chef Captain Carter from the Chef Department. He's on the line. And there was we're partnered with the Orange County Sheriff Department, and there was some exciting news that was made announcement with the Sheriff Department today. We'd like for you to share that information.
Thank you, Ms. Rump, for giving me that opportunity. So I'll cover two things. I'll cover the news that came out with the Sheriff Mina presenting that to the media today, and also cover a little bit of statistics on crime stats on the end. So the information that the sheriff put out today was the announcement that after a review by our Orange County Citizens Advisory Committee, who made a recommendation to him, we're going to amend our policies about releasing body-worn camera video for critical incidents that involve in-custody deaths. So that's a change in policy. Historically, the sheriff's offices and law enforcement agencies within the state of Florida will not release body-worn camera video because it's part of the investigation. So in critical incidents where there is an in-custody death, that is a complete criminal investigation involving the law enforcement officer involved, and everything involved is part of the investigation. And normally that is not released to the media. So now we have a new change in policy where we will release that video within 30 days. So it does go to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement for us. They'll take a review of that, but they're going to release the body-worn camera video for in-custody deaths within 30 days. So that was the announcement that Sheriff Mina made today. So that's a fairly significant change in the way we conduct business. And he did so to increase agency transparency to the community and build a greater trust with the community by doing this. The second point,
good.
That was the big announcement on the media today. And the second thing I usually cover also are crime statistics for the Pine Hills area. And for the new members who are listening in, or the new folks who are listening in today, at the sheriff's office, Pine Hill, the community of Pine Hills is divided between myself. I cover the north side of Pine Hills, and Captain Tony Marlowe covers the south side of Pine Hills. And together we provide service for all the citizens and people within Pine Hills. So when I look at statistics and I look at numbers, those numbers are tabulated from both sides. So both the south side and the north side, they look at it together. So I see both sides. So year to date, which all the numbers are fantastic, down 100%, down 100%, down 90%, down to 80% in all categories. But remember, that's year to date. So I say that out with a caveat, so I'm not deceiving you, because year to date, we're only a few days into the new year. So that's what's deceiving. We're only a few days into the new years. So also what I look at, I look historically back for the previous 3-week comparison. So when I look at numbers where the crime occurs, that gives a fair look at the numbers, because it compares this 3 weeks to the previous 3 weeks, and that's consistent. So that those numbers give you a more relative evaluation. So for all the numbers, homicide, we're down 0, none previously, none this time. Robberies are down 33%, persons crimes down 10%. Sex crimes are static. We did have an uptick in auto theft, so I'll talk about that here in just a second. Residential burglaries are down, commercial burglaries are down, and auto burglaries are up just a little bit. So auto burglaries and auto theft have been an issue not only for Pine Hills, but for all of Orange County, all of the city of Orlando, all of the state of Florida. Burglaries to vehicles and vehicle theft is a big concern for us. So we try to stress the message, lock your vehicle up, don't leave your keys in your car, keep everything very, very secure. If you're at the daycare center or you're at the convenience store, turn your car off and lock your keys up. is the biggest message that we can help. The cars being stolen lead to other crimes and other bad things. So we try to hammer that home as best we can. But I'm going to repeat it again. The good news is we're down in most all of the categories in Pine Hills and Orange County, with just small upticks in the auto theft, which is not a community problem. It's a statewide, nationwide problem. So good news, good news.
Good, good. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, one last thing while I talk about the news. If you look at the major news networks, the local channels, they will have Sheriff Mina's message out there. They have the copy of the policy that was changed and more bullet points out there. So that is out on all the local media right now. So please visit those sites or those news stations, and you can gather more information there.
Okay. I see Latanya had a comment, a question.
I did. I had a two-part question related to the crime or the ticking, what's happened with the up and down and the trends. Number one, related to the auto thefts, is there a particular type of vehicle that's being stolen? I know that's a far-fetched question, but what is there something that we should be looking for, other than we know that we should be locking our cards and just keeping them secure and not keeping items of value in the cards, but what's happening and who have we narrowed down an age range that's looking at, I guess, the theft area, auto thefts?
So with auto burglaries, excellent point. Make sure you always keep your valuables, electronics, telephones, iPads, Kindles, all your electronics out of sight, out of mind, and that will keep people from trying to break into your vehicle. For those in the construction industry and trades industry, we tell those guys with the trucks, keep your tools, keep your valuables, keep your weed eaters and blowers and all the landscaping equipment locked up. Those are just candy for criminals to come in and want to burglarize vehicles and trucks and trailers. For auto theft, it's a wide variety. They're looking for easy steals. So that's keys left in the car, running the electronic fobs now. Make sure you don't leave your spare electronic fob in your glove box. If you do that they know to look there. They know to look at it. So it's all brands of vehicles, all brands, 24 hours a day, daytime, nighttime, convenience stores, daycares, parked in the driveway. There's really not a identifiable trend on a brand of vehicle or a model of vehicle or a time of day. It's pretty widespread.
Thank you for that. And my second part question is related to data sources. When you're looking at the trends, or what are we looking at? What types of data sources? Where are we getting the data other than we know the 911 calls? Where else is the data coming from?
Our statistics come from the 911 and calls for service. So if a citizen does not, if a crime occurs and a citizen does not call in and we get no notification, we have no documentation of that, no statistical documentation. They have to call us, they have to let us know that happens, and then we respond to it, and then we collect that data to look at the trends. That's what our statistics are based upon.
Thank you. And I asked that question because of the Ring service. We know many of us have the Ring doorbell services where I have it myself, and I see a lot of those reports there. So that was my question.
Well, let me address that, because that's an excellent segue into the electronic, the closed circuit TVs, whether it be on a doorbell camera, and I'm trying to be very careful and not mention brand names, but excellent home surveillance systems, closed circuit TVs around your businesses, doorbell cameras of all different brands. Those are all excellent because they capture video. It may assist us if you as a resident or a business owner observe something in progress that gets us there quicker but we can go backwards and capture the video that captures the incident. Even if the crime or the incident did not occur at your house, but a neighbor's house, the vehicle may have driven by your house and your camera may have caught an image of the vehicle or of the tag. These are excellent investigative tools that assist us. And I can tell you firsthand that the sergeant who oversees the property unit for my area, he, if you are on Ring, you will see his name because he has a Sergeant Von Bargan, Orange County Sheriff's Office. He will answer you on the Ring neighborhood system, and he will pop up and say, does anyone have information concerning this burglary or this automobile burglary? So he has an active account and we monitor that system. It's a great asset.
Thank you.
Very good.
I have a question for the.
Anybody else want to?
Yeah, my pet peeve is commercial vehicles in residential neighborhoods. I see them sitting like the whole weekend, and maybe deputy sheriff vehicles pass by. Is there like a non-emergency number we can call on the weekends? I take pictures and send to 311, like on Friday, and the vehicle is still there Monday. So it irks me because I see it in my neighborhood over here in Country Run Parkway.
If there is the Orange County government has enhanced their dual wheel vehicle ordinance. So that's an Orange County ordinance, and that specifically applies to semi-trucks. So when you say commercial vehicles, that may or may not be a semi-truck. So we can.
When I'm referring to commercial, being semis, because I drove semi for 18 years.
Okay.
So we were called commercial vehicles, sorry.
So they have enhanced the county ordinance and increased the fines on that. So if you get that, by all means, send it to 311, or you can call the non-emergency sheriff's office number. My daytime special projects deputies, and I have 2 of them, they are very educated on dual wheel violations, and that is a priority for me that I've relayed to them, that the semi trucks parking in our neighborhoods in inappropriate places, it's time for them to find proper parking.
Okay,
So,
good.
that's a priority for
Good.
me.
Yeah. Do you have the non-emergency number off the top of your head?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay.
It's 407-836-HELP.
Okay, thank you.
And I want to say something in reference to what Captain Carter has said, as far as the changes that was made for the body cam being released. And I want to encourage you out here to participate or get involved in Orange County Government Advisory Boards. I'm a part of that Orange County Sheriff Citizens Advisory Committee. So, and I was one of the ones, by being a part of that Citizen Advisory Committee, we did spend several meetings with it, going over the policies and procedures, along with other law enforcement agencies, to make those recommendations as far as the body cam release. So our input is valued. So I want to encourage you to participate, or call your county commissioner, or just go on Orange County government page where it says get involved, and find an advisory board that you could serve on to get involved as a citizen. And that's gonna lead me into this other segue here. I'm gonna share this on the screen. The mayor has initiated a crime survey, and I'm asking that you will go to ocfl.net and participate in that crime survey. It's very important that that we get your input. Again, I am a part of that Orange County Government Citizen Safety Task Force. But as a citizen and you as a resident, the task force need your input as to how you see how the government should deal with crimes. There's only 30 of us on this task force, but Orange County residents, that's probably 1.4 million Orange County residents out there. So take down this information here, please, and go to this ocfl.net/crime survey And please complete that survey. It's only like 15 questions at the most, and give your feedback as to how you can see that we can resolve some of the crimes, not just in Pine Hills, but all over Orange County, Florida. So thank you, Captain. Is there any more comments to the captain? Then we can move on.
I just wanted to say, Ms. Rump, that, you know, kudos to the sheriff's office, because my parents did have a truck that was parked on a side street near their house, and I called, and the sheriff showed up, and that truck was gone within 15 minutes. It had parked there almost a week. I watched it for 3 or 4 days, and I did make the phone call on their behalf, and that truck was gone within 15 minutes. I saw the police officer, and it disappeared.
Okay. Thank you, Landry, for making that comment. I'm going to go ahead on and talk about that, segue us into our accomplishing some of the things that the council did in 2020. And just a few of the things that we did in 2020 that I just want to highlight. Starting off in last year, in 2020, in January, we kicked off with public safety. We were able to work with Duke Energy and get several of the street lights in the Pine Hills area up and running. I took a drive down Pine Hills Road last year, and on a mile stretch on Pine Hills Road between North Lane and Clark Corner Coy Road, I counted 50 street lights. And of those 50 street lights, 25 of those street lights were out. So we was able to make contact with Duke Energy and get those street lights in. I have since reached out, and being a part of I'm getting ahead of myself, it's out of my mind, being a part of the Orange County Citizen Safety Task Force. We talk about what you call the broken window syndrome, whereas once we clean up the community, the other part of getting rid of crimes is getting rid of the blight in the community.
You can have the.
So that's one of the things we've been working on, that get rid of the crime, but also get rid of the blight. We want the street lights working in the Pine Hills area. So that's one thing that the council worked on in 2020. We also partnered and went and knocked on doors and made great strides with the census report. We know how important it is to get the census count up. And Pine Hills has been one of the areas that was targeted years before as a hot spot. A hot spot meaning an area where the residents does not participate in the census. So the council partnered with the local government and knocked on doors in the Pine Hills area to make sure that we got our census count up in the Pine Hills area. We also partnered with Evans High School and other high schools, middle school. Every year, Robbinswood put on a huge cleanup event. And in 2020, about 300 volunteers came out. They called it Robbinswood Archers Day. It was a Robbinswood staff, the teachers, the principal, the deans, the students, the community, Pine Hills Community Council, United Foundation came out, and we canvassed a section of the Pine Hills area and took that Saturday and cleaned up the Pine Hills area. We also partnered with Evans High School. Evans High School have a Trojan Service Day cleanup. And then we partner with them and go out and clean up the community. And we're saying all this because we want you to join us and participate with that. And with that being said, we supported food drives throughout the community. What I'm most proud of is what the council did. We set out at the beginning of 2020 to make sure that we have a social media presence. And we focused our first 3 months on launching Zoom, social media presence, expanding our Facebook, expanding our website, and it worked. And good thing that we had a vision to do that, because if you know, in March, the pandemic hit. So if we had not worked on and expanded our social media presence, we would not be here today, because we're still not able to meet in person in the building where we were meeting. So we took that head in 2020 and expand our social media presence, and that's where we are. So moving forward, we're excited about our what's moving forward. The council also support Evans High School. Every year, the council give out $1,000 scholarship to one Evans High School graduate. The every student must live in the Pine Hills area. They must have a 3.5 GPA, but most of these students has a 4.0, a 4.5, and a 5.0 GPA. So, and we give them $1,000 scholarship. Moving forward, we would like to expand that. Moving forward, we would like to continue to do a fundraiser, a membership drive. So if you're not a member of the council, tonight, before you go to bed, not right now, before you go to bed, go to our Pine Hills Community Council website and become a member of the council. And with that in mind, moving forward, I'm gonna share one more thing, and I'm gonna give someone else opportunity to speak. The mayor is also launching a 2050 vision. Yes, you heard me right, 2050. This is a 30-year plan. And we're making plans now to write this website down, this information down, ocfl.net/vision2050. ocfl.net/vision2050. And I'm sharing this with you because plans already being made as to how Orange County will be laid out. You know, we're growing. We have 1.5 million residents. And I think by 2050, we are projecting to have over 2 million residents in Orange County. We are expanding, things are developing, and you want to be a part. I guess you say 2050, I won't be here. But you have grandkids, you have young children, you have cousins and nieces and nephews of young people. Sit them down next to you and go through and do this survey and let them see how to participate. And so they can help build their future for 2050. So there's two things I ask you to do. Do the crime survey, do the 2050 survey, go on the website because there is a town hall meeting for this 2050 survey on January the 11th. And that town hall meeting is going to include where we live. I participated in one last week. Good information, people. Go in tonight, go to that website, ocfl.net, 2050, Vision 2050, sign up for that town hall meeting. The council, you can't do that because we got a meeting coming up that day. Some of us have a meeting come up that day. I got a meeting that day, not everybody, but if you're not a part of the audit committee, then you go ahead and sign up for that event. But if you're part of the audit committee, then I need you on this audit event on January the 11th. So anyway, members, please do that. Residents, please do that and get your input in. I've talked enough. I want to hear from any other announcements. Sam, you want to make an announcement? Anybody have an announcement that they want to make?
January 23rd, Pick Up Powers. It's our event that we do. We did one, we're doing it every fourth Saturday of the month. We did one in December. We started in December and we're going through March right now. And we meet at 11 o'clock at our church, 2612 North Powers Drive, Kingdom Revolution Church. And we started last month. We did from North Lane. We picked up all the trash. We went into the bushes. We did all that from North Lane to Silver Star. So we plan on with more help coming up on the 23rd to expand to Claricona-Ocoee. Well, not Clara, Claricona-Ocoee.
Oh yeah, okay.
Claricona-Ocoee all the way to Silver Star, and then if we can get to the other side of Powers, we'll go from Jennings to Silver Star. So again, that's the 23rd of January at 11 o'clock, 2612 North Powers Drive. It's called Pick Up Powers. Thank you.
How can he contact you, Pastor Joey?
407-308-5448. That's our office, church office. Again, that's 407-308-5448.
Thank you, sir. Pick up, clean up. Anybody else want to comment? Any other announcement? This is your opportunity to make an announcement.
Hey, Patricia,
Yes.
Go ahead, Dr. Nichols.
go ahead. Yes, hey, Patricia. Just to piggyback on what the pastor just indicated, I was on Twitter and just speaking with Amy Caulfield of Channel 35, and she posted a Twitter about the fireworks trash, all the paraphernalia that was left after the festivities. And she mentioned about cleanup. So I'm just wondering if there's a way that we can communicate via the media that this is something that's going on. I think it's a great opportunity. The more people we get involved. I'm picking up trash all the time on Hiawassee, down by Colonial Drive, all the way up to Balboa. And I mentioned that, and cleanup is something that everyone I think is interested in as we move forward. So is there a way that I can reach out to Kingdom Revolution Church and we talk, Pastor, about possibly getting her involved? I mean, we can send a tweet out to her, piggybacking on the one that I sent out, so that we can get more people involved in this venture.
And Latonya, I know there's one thing that when you and I had our conversation meeting before you came on board with the council and we met, and that's one thing that you emphasized, that you want to be a part of the beautification committee. So yes, thank you very much. You two can connect. Yes, Rep. You on mute, there we go.
Madam President, I just wanted to mention, since we're doing announcements right now, because I wasn't on anyone's ballot. So some of you who don't know me, I just wanted to, I did share my office and contact information with President Rumpf as well as Ms. Fatmi Hall. But I just want to say two things really quickly. We know that brick and mortar schools started back today. And I just want us to be cognizant of the fact that our children, especially 3rd and 10th graders, should be under the pressure of with the Florida standardized assessment test. So there will be an opportunity for those students to opt, for parents to opt their students out of that test. The information will be forthcoming. And last but not least, for individuals 65 or older who are looking to get vaccinated, that's another reason I wanted to share my information. I didn't see a chat here, but please reach out to President Rumpf, and if anyone needs assistance with getting appointments or anything, identifying places you can go if you have a loved one or if you or yourself are 65 years or older to receive the vaccination. And that's all.
So is are they taking applications again? Are they taking appointments again?
That's something that's being handled through the county and city. So I've been working with Commissioner Burns's office, and but this is information that we need to know, because if there's not adequate vaccines, then we need to put pressure on Tallahassee and the governor to say that, hey, we here in Orange County, we need more, and it's not adequate. So that's another reason that I want to raise that point.
Thank you very much. I'll make two quick comments. Pastor Joy just put on in the chat his information for those that need Pastor Joy information. And Elder Richburg sent a chat earlier about the age for the senior citizens for the discount for becoming a member of the council. And I'm looking at this thing, and the age is, what's the age on this thing? 65 plus, we said, right?
Right, 65 plus.
Thank you, Ms. Van. Thank you, 65 plus. So you are not quite there, Elder. Anybody else have comments?
Hey, Patricia, this is Sam.
Thank you.
I wanted to follow up very quickly on Pastor Boston and Dr. Nichols' comment about the cleanup. The Neighborhood Services Division does have a small unit that handles community cleanups. Because of abundance of caution and COVID, we've tried to scale that back a bit, but we do offer resources for community cleanups. So I will put my email in the chat, And if anyone would like to reach out, Dr. Nichols, Pastor Boston, if you want to reach out, I'll do my best to try to get you some additional resources and potentially some help from the county as well. But I also wanted to tell you that a couple of quick things very quickly, as it pertains to the Pine Hills NID corridor. We do have someone, the NID pays someone, Mr. Ramil Celestin, who's out there 5 days a week, picking up what they call the snipe signs, the CPA type signs, or the, I want to purchase your house signs. He's out there
Right
5
now,
days a
tax,
week.
the tax collector signs are out now.
Yes.
Yes.
And so those, any of those signs that are up in the public right of way, which would be the median, which would be in the sidewalk or what have, he picks those up every day. So that's something that the county does. We pay someone to do that. However, we can't get onto the private property. So what I ask from each of you, if you have not yet, and I know a lot of you already do because we've spoken via email or on the phone, but if you have not yet downloaded the Orange County 311 app for your phone, please do it, because you can use that application to take photos of properties that are not taking care of themselves, where there's debris and trash piling up. You can use that to take a picture of that property, and we can immediately have someone from code enforcement go out there and start the process to cite them and then eventually find them if the property does not get cleaned up. And I will tell you that typically what we see a lot of is a lot of the properties are owned by property owners that are a little bit distant from the actual property itself. So they're people who are leasing the properties who aren't taking care of them. So the citations tend to build up, and eventually when the fines start coming in, it can get anywhere in the thousands of dollars, and then the owner steps in, and that's when you really see the change. But it doesn't happen unless the community gets into these properties with code enforcement and starts that process. So if you have not yet downloaded it, I know in the Apple iTunes store or the app store, it's OCFL 311. So OCFL 311. If you type that in, that's where you can download the app, and it's very simple to use. So.
Thank you, Sam. And like you said earlier, the Pine Hills NID is meeting tomorrow morning, virtual at 9 o'clock. If you want to be a part of that, they have great discussion about the business side of Pine Hills. The Pine Hills Community Council really focus on the resident side of Pine Hills. The council focus on the business improvement side, along with us with the resident side. So Sam is the Executive Director of the Pine Hills NID Neighborhood Improvement. They're meeting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock virtual. Like he said, give them the website again, Sam. They want to be able to join tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. I'm typing it in right now, so everybody will be able to see it once I do that.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you. And Representative Tavares just shared something in the file section. What did you just share?
It's all of my contact information. It's my card.
Okay, good. Okay, it's in there. Thank you all for joining. Any more comments, observation?
I wanted to extend an invitation to the community as we launch back our Let's Connect series with the Greater Houston American Chamber of Commerce. We realized with COVID, there were many in the community that could not or did not participate in some of the relief efforts or relief funds because of lack of organization, lack of business structure. So our first series will be Business 101. So if you know anyone who has a business, who aspire to develop or run a business, we encourage you to invite them to join us. But we're also looking to diversify our board, our advisors. So we're looking for advisors as well. So if you're looking to engage with the Haitian community, to learn more about the Haitian community, I invite you to come join us with the chamber. Feel free to send an email at info@gag.org, info@ghacc.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Noah, our first Vice President, any
Yes,
comments?
I have a question for Mr. Weekly, but I also want to mention that Ms. Service put in the comments, the chat section that ET nails on Silver Star needs to be cleaned up. If I want to bring to everybody's attention. But Mr. Weekly, my church, we're on 80 MIMS, and we're in the section of 80 MIMS and Apopka Vineland, correctly. What I find is that these pirating signs, you will call them, they actually come right down into our driveway because it's an actual street. And so they're not on the public road. So we find that we have this task of cleaning up all these signs, I'll buy your home signs, and it's really an eyesore. So we, as a private property, we have no other recourse than to clean it up ourselves.
Actually, what I would recommend is if there is contact information on those signs, then take a picture of the sign and use the 311 app and send that in to code enforcement. There's a section. There's a section in when you place a citation about an incident. You can actually put the phone number and whatever else is in that comment section. And typically code enforcement will try to reach out to the whatever contact information that's there. I will tell you though, it's a little difficult. The one that we have the most issues with are the posters on the telephone poles. And
yes.
We have tried, the county has tried to put, steel caissons around the telephone poles that we had hoped would deter that. However, they're very tricky, and they're now finding ways to use different types of adhesives to put that stuff up on the telephone poles. And once it's up there, it takes literally mineral spirits or some sort of paint thinner to get it off. So it's the best thing I can recommend you do is try to get as much information as possible from those signs, send it to code enforcement. If it's on your property, if it's on your property, then I don't know how much the sheriff's office would be able to do, but you certainly can call the non-emergency line and give them the contact information. But I would start with code enforcement. That would be your, I think traditionally the problem has been that not enough people utilize code enforcement as a resource, and they're in our community, and they're out there every single day. So I would encourage you to start with them. And if you have any more questions about that, I put my contact information in the chat, so you can call me tomorrow. I'll be busy with the meeting from 9 to about 11, but I'll have some time tomorrow. So if you have other questions, please reach out and we can talk.
Okay, I will put your number on my phone for future reference.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Pastor Joy, you are second Vice President. You want to make any comments, closing remarks?
No, it's been a wonderful meeting. I'm excited about what's this upcoming year and everything that it's going to be. Also, and I did not announce, we do it every, and most people already know, we do it every month. On the third Saturday, we do have our food drive at the church as well. So if you know anybody in need of food, we give away about 2 weeks of groceries every third Saturday of the month. I'll put the address to the church in the comments as well. But again, thank you, and I'm looking forward to this year.
And thank you all for joining us, and those that sign in for Zoom, and those that are watching Facebook Live. I'm gonna come and let you, those that's watching Facebook Live, thank you for joining us. Also, thank you for your time. Just one last comment. I'm gonna let this gentleman speak. this is, be cautious of house fires. Take safety precaution, people. There was a house fire and I almost had a house fire. So that's why I'm telling you all about to be safety about house fire. December 23rd, I had a scare. If you have an exhaust fan in your bathroom, clean that exhaust fan. Thank God that I was up that type of morning. It happened at 4 o'clock in the morning on December 23rd. I'm looking down the hallway and I see light flashing from my bathroom. I'm thinking I had a family in town. I'm thinking, who's in the bathroom using a cell phone? And it took too long. So me being nosy, want to know who's in the bathroom using the cell phone. I got up and it was not the cell phone. It was a fire coming from the exhaust fan in the bathroom. And after I did more research, that's a common fire. And it is common because we don't clean the filter in the exhaust fan, and the dust and the things build up in that exhaust fan. And then when that fan is running for a long period of time, the motor gets hot. And that's what happened in this case. The motor got hot and the dust around the fan caught on fire. And like I said, it was the grace of God that I was up that time of morning. I'm usually up between 3:30 and 5 o'clock every morning anyway. So at 4 o'clock, it happened. We was able to put the fire out. So please take caution this time of year with your heaters and whatever you got going on. I just want to share that because this could save somebody's lives with the exhaust fan fire that just what's going on this time of year with you burn the heaters. And someone else want to make a comment.
I see Guy Chevler has his hand up.
Yes, Guy.
Yes, it is Guy Chevalier.
Oh,
sorry.
yes. Okay.
Well, well, thank you so much for having me. A friend of mine actually see this meeting was very important. I'm actually one of the broker on the Pine Hill area. So I've been giving service out to 13 years on the community. It's a pleasure. This is my first time actually join your guys on a meeting, and I'm gonna continue join your guys and see how I can help. And also, I used to be a president of a nonprofit organization, United Relief Force Foundation, and I'm currently become a pilot. So so there's a lot, I can help in especially on the young minorities, you motivate them to become better, and this time of year. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this and for all your guys' services you guys been provided to the community. Thank you. It was a pleasure, for me to be here with you guys.
Thank you, Guy. And I think you and I talked briefly, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, thank you for joining in. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And John Williams is next. He has his hand up.
Thank you, Noah.
Oh, yes. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's having me here. Thank you to President Rump for inviting me and supporting me through this transition. I'm hoping everyone that this year is having a great year. Just want to bring some awareness to COVID that's going around. There's a pandemic still going around. I want to make sure that everybody is still being safe. Very much so washing your hands, wearing your mask where you go. I had a few people so far this year that I've heard personally that has caught the coronavirus, and they're still dealing with the pandemic. I just want to take the time out to say thank you for some people that has supported me through the transition also, if you don't mind. First, God, my parents, President Rump with the Pine Hills Community Council, Barber Star Cuts, Mr. B's Grooming Lounge, Easy Mart and Pine Hills, HID Unlimited, Expectations of Life, Stoli Productions, KDM Creative Studios, 8th Street Clothing, and also a special thank you to I Am Vintage Hair Salon. That is I Am Vintage Hair Salon. The great thing about that is I spoke with her today, and this is for somebody that is really in need a hairstyle, maybe for an interview, or they're going through tough times and they can't pay for a hairstyle at the moment, and they're in need for maybe a hairstylist to do something with them so they can make their interview and, you know, maybe have a better chance of getting the job that they need or that they want to support their family, their household, whatever. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave my number and my name and everything in the comment section. If you can, just send me an email or shoot me a text message or call me and let me know, and I will let her know also. I spoke with her today and she just wanted me to, you know, extend it also, the invitation to you guys. So let me know. I'll leave my name, my comment, my information and everything in the comment section, and just give me a call and let me know. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Give them the council information that they become a member of the council. Give them, John, give them the council information. Let them become a member of the council as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Membership.
They want to support in any way they can.
Okay, good. All minds are clear? Okay, I think,
Yes.
did I miss anything?
Not this time. No.
Okay. Thank you again, people, for joining us tonight. Go on our website and become a member of the council. We are doing great things in the Pine Hills community. We constantly get phone calls asking for services and how we can render help to them. Again, we'll see you next month. We meet every first Tuesday of the month at the same time, same place. We're looking forward in the future where we may be able to come together once again in person, but right now we're still doing Zoom meeting. So we'll see you next month and every first Tuesday of the month on the same Facebook Live. Thank you again. Y'all have a good night. Happy New Year.
And
Okay.
we can go,
Thank
and
you.
just a question, we can go on the pinehills.info to renew for the
Membership.
year, our membership for the year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir. Okay. Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
your patience.
Everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.